What's good? It's Chigozi. It's Thursday, October 4th, 2018. Tyler Clayton is asking, is there anything in particular that I trade? He wants to know my strategy and if I use gematria, and he would love to hear how I go about making my trades. Well, Tyler, I do have a lot of videos on this channel where I show more in-depth Tesla, Facebook patterns and how their charts, their trading activity reacts to what's going on in the news propaganda, which that reacts to how this gang of Zionist Jew Kabbalists code and craft their propaganda by the numbers. And I've been saying since this sell-off over here that October 3rd is a day to look out for Tesla because it's going to be a day where they come out with some special propaganda event. And that is exactly what happened. They suggest a new chairman, Murdoch, and we'll see why the Murdochs were chosen to act inside this play, this ongoing theatrical event called Tesla, that you can bet money on and profit. And think about it. I'm like, okay, well, I've known October 3rd, a day to look out for, and I said, well, how do you exactly know if it can keep going up? You have a much better indicator of that based on the support and resistance levels. We know this is a form of resistance because remember, it was trading up around this area over between 300, 315, and then had that huge sell-off, and then immediately they recovered because they put out propaganda saying that they've made amends with the SEC, cut a deal. And then the next day, of course, they say, well, the conditions of the deal isn't that good and whatnot. And I swear to God, they put out propaganda saying Tesla is soaring. And I get how there's a big push up here pre-market. Look, so I think I have it pulled up. There's propaganda from like a day or two ago that says Tesla soars. Do you see anything soaring any of these days? No, it's been selling off by the numbers. And so I shorted here. I noticed that it had a huge push up. It pulled back, and then it failed to break above this previous support where this is consolidating at, which is really just these lines here. These are just indicators. You don't need them. You can just look at support resistance, see how it fails to push up. It makes lower lows, lower highs, or it'll go around to this previous high. See, it goes to where these candles are before and fails to go anywhere. So it sells off even more. So I knew it was going to be like this. I knew that the next day we were going to have more propaganda, so I shorted it around here. 700 shares. This is a fake money account. This money is real because I don't have a margin account able to short Tesla. But, if I can still play along with fake money, I do. So I borrowed 700 shares at $305, NASA 35. And right now it's since aftermarket, it's $275. So like a 10% gain in profit. So, I threw down like 400 grand or like 300 grand or something on it. I've made 21 grand. Haven't locked it in yet because I'll show you why I haven't locked it in yet. Tomorrow there's either going to be more propaganda about NASA, about Tesla for sure. Because tomorrow, and that's the thing, if you don't trade or anything, understand this video is going to be a very good gematria lesson, as they all are. Tomorrow is going to be October 5th, 2018. Space 4417, Masonry 105.33 on 105, 10/5, day with 33 numerology. I've been calling this data on one of my other videos. All trading Tesla aside, it's going to be some big ritual tomorrow just because. It's not every year 105 lands on a date with 33 numerology. And then Mason sums to 26. Date with a life lesson number of 26. Mason sums to 17. So Mason numbers, Masonry. We even have the 87, Architect 87, Scottish Rite 78. The 278th day of the year. Shooting 5344. So keep all that in mind. But Tesla assumption 33, Masonry 105. These are Tesla numbers. Tesla 78, the reflection at 87. They're going to be in some propaganda tomorrow. But then you have to understand that where they're at. They're still at. They're approaching a support, and although they failed to make higher highs, this very well could be a new support. This 270 area, and then it pushes back up tomorrow. But the good thing is this green SMA line, the simple moving average, it's nice to see because you can see how it gets rejected there a bunch and will consolidate, or we'll use it as a support. So even if it pushes up to there and I miss, it just pushes up super fast, I'm not able to react in time, I can then cover at that point if it starts to break over, and I'll still be profitable because I shorted at 305. Understanding that it was going to go in this range because it was at a previous resistance, and 103, very special day, which you better look at because that's when they installed, or they said they wanted to appoint new chairman, the Murdoch. 103, the 27 prime, Sun 27. It's a date with 89 days remaining, Chaos 89, 89 the 11th Fibonacci number, Freemason 42, Conspiracy 51, Federal 51, Freemason 51. When they had that huge sell-off that was 51 days from Elon Musk's birthday, I've already called out how they do things by the number 51 all the time. I called out 5/1, May 1st, and then May 10th, which is the same thing. Something happened. They had a failed launch. So that's why I knew that there's going to be some Tesla propaganda. And it's important. They're talking about a new chairman and appointing. I mean, that's pretty big. 1331 sequence in the 3, 1, 1, 3, and also in the date numerology. That goes back to the cube of Saturn. 777. So you see, I see all that. So you don't have to just stop there. You can then do it from the birthday. So Elon Musk, born June 28th, 1971. And remember, space equals 2871. Excuse me, 17. 2817. Remember, tomorrow's the date with 4417 numerology. Is it going to be, and if it's a good event, like because I'm going to check this pre-market. If there's a lot of good activity, I'll cover at a nice when there's a pullback and then get back in. I might even get in with real money if it seems like there needs some really positive propaganda setting their stock up. But they're going to be in some event tomorrow, I guarantee you. That is why the New York Times has this piece of propaganda. See this? I'm just showing you on October 3rd. They're telling you about James Murdoch possibly to replace Elon Musk. 1007. Space equals 17. 1007, 17. Fake news propaganda from the Jewish Kabbalists with their Reuters crap, which is fake news. So James Murdoch, this actor, born December 13th, 1972. If you're new here, understand I don't make metaphors in this channel. These people are all theatrical actors. They are paid TV actors, deceivers, meant to distract you while you're being led down the path of agenda, this police state, put them in this new world order, which is actually just some old world, old order, which I just call the federal government. The Scottish Rite Freemasons, the Jewish Zionists, the Jesuit order. This is their propaganda. And we're going to see how many days from October 3rd, when he was appointed, is his upcoming birthday. How old is this actor going to be? He's going to be 46. Right now he's 45. 45 is Summit Saturn's Magic Square. 45, the 9th triangular number. 4 plus 5 is 9. Sun equals 9. I've been saying since day one. 45, a very special number to NASA, Tesla, SpaceX. And then look at this. 71 days from his birthday, he's participating in this propaganda. 71, the reflection of 17. 71, the 20th prime number. Check this out. Everything is a time ritual with Elon Musk, a space-time ritual. I say every single video. Time 20, time starts with a T, the 20th letter. 2 plus 0 is 2. I remains 9, M is the 13th letter, 1 plus 3 is 4, E remains 5. You add them all, 27. Without reducing, you see how it sums to 47? 211 is the 47th prime. Very special number to Freemasonry, to space, the space program. Guys, Tesla is part of the space program. It is part of their PSYOPs division. The entire space program is a PSYOPs division, but it's a PSYOPs division within a PSYOPs division. Again, no metaphors in this channel. This is exactly what's going on. Federal government propaganda, and it's all by this Kabbalah code. 2 months and 11 days if you count the end date. Of course, 72 sun, 27 reflection, 102 Kia David, 102. It's exactly 10 weeks, 1 day, 101, the 26 prime, Mason 26, space 26. This is what I'm talking about. I can't sit here every single video say it's the numbers for space inside Tesla propaganda, and literally the number 26, 101 is the 26 prime, and they have that number from his birthday. The guy being appointed possibly as new chairman. Murdoch, 82, 37, 35. And when I saw this, I was like, don't know what else to say. I really don't. Space 44, 17. See how his name sums to 107, 44. This cannot be any better. Of all the Zionist Jew families, the Illuminati families, I know this might not be one of the original bloodlines, but you know, all the families they put in our face, they could not have picked a better one to join inside this play put on by NASA, put on by Tesla, put on by the Freemasons. The same exact thing. Murdoch, 44, 107, which is just 17. Elon Musk 44, 26, like space. Space is 44, 17. So Murdoch now inside this propaganda. Murdoch sums to 82, 37. Whose propaganda is this? NASA's. NASA 35, 73, 28. See? NASA propaganda every single time Tesla's in some propaganda. You've never been kidding when I say that. I cannot be any more serious with this pattern. This has to be, besides the Buckeye pattern, this has to be the pattern that I'm also trying to emphasize so hard. The numbers for space are in the numbers for Elon Musk. The numbers for NASA are inside Elon Musk. Everything Tesla does, SpaceX does, it's all from the same exact gang. NASA is from the same exact Freemasonic gang of Jewish Kabbalists. Again, Murdoch sums to 107, the 28th prime. James Murdoch, what an actor. It's literally, I mean, what else does he do? I just don't get how people don't say these people are puppets. They're literally paid actors in a play. You're living out a play. Revelation 49, Pillar 68, just 13. And of course, we can't leave without seeing the 58. Freemasonry 58, Scottish 49, 103. They're coding the 49, 103 pattern here for Scottish. I'm telling you the truth. As I do everything I do on this channel is always the truth. I see their patterns, I point them out. And then if I point them out enough, people passively learn. I mean, the best way to learn this, besides reading Zachary Hubbard's book and applying the knowledge, is just watching a bunch of videos. They don't have to be my videos, just a bunch of gematria videos from someone putting out good knowledge. And your brain will pick up on the patterns that are shown again and again. That's why we see here, as Tesla chairman, Murdoch might not reign in a naughty Musk. Musk something, you know. I think they coded it up here too. Yeah, naughty. Naughty sums to 33, like Tesla, 33. Like a day with 33 numerology is tomorrow, and that's why I say look out for them inside this propaganda. Let me type in their trading name, their stock ticker. That's important. 29 like Masonic, Society of Jesus 56, Government 52, Prophecy 52, something just 7. The Francis Bacon takes into account the oh, this is perfect. Francis Bacon is the cipher that takes into account the capital letters, so you add 26 per capital letter. TSLA, again, that's what they call this instrument, this financial instrument, this propaganda vehicle used to steal and siphon money from the goy. But again, if you know how to play it, you can beat the federal government, the Catholic Church at their own game. Well, not beat them at their own game, it's really just play along, because they're going to be trading at making the perfect trades, making the best money. Guys, all the investment banks do a lot of this trading. Who runs the investment banks? The Jewish bankers. It's not hard to see when I really say that they're manipulating these. They're trading along with it, making all the money. Yes, the investment bankers are doing that. It's not a secret, and we all know who runs that. So we're at 33. You get 156. Just using alphabetical order. And here at TSLA and Francis Bacon, something 156. That's not a coincidence. Also, it's just something 100 going back to 1. This English extended cipher, very relevant cipher. Please check out Gematrinator 85's channel. Puts this cipher to extremely good use all the time. 67 prime. That's Derek's channel. The guy who built this calculator we're using is Gematrinator 85. It used to be 64, but then this gang of Jewish bankers took out his channel because he's putting out too much truth, too much information. Zach's channel taken down 20 times. I mean, what does that tell you? I can't believe his channel's taken down 20 times and he still gets people coming, oh, I don't get it yet. How does this happen? It's like if his knowledge was bullshit, they wouldn't take down his channel. So I hope that kind of shows what's going on there. I don't want to make this video way too long. I just wanted to show you. I'm glad a lot of this was decoding the propaganda, because I understand not everyone's into trading, and I don't want to just make my channel become like saturated with trading videos. But if I can, of course, show it's all related, all connected, how you can apply this. It's no different than betting on sports in that sense. Well, if you're trading options, that's really like betting on sports. But the safe thing about this, if I could even use that word, it's not like a sports bet where you put money on the line, and if you lose your money. For right now, you can bet, for example, that this is going to shoot up tomorrow, which very looks like it's trying to form some sort of reversal. It's very early in the stages, but it's very possible. Let's say you put down, hey, like $1,000 to keep it simple. $1,000 betting is going to at least go back up to this previous support, make a new resistance up here. If you're wrong and it starts to sell off, you can cut losses when it's like here. Like this needs to go all the way down to 0 for you to lose all of your money. I mean, if you're short, that's a different thing, because you can go short and they can have some big ritual positive news that makes their stock go all the way to like $1,000 in one day. It's possible. But of course, it'll be hard to get out if there's just so many people, trying to get out of their short positions too. Big short squeeze. But that's for another video. Another tick I like to trade, which I didn't trade today because I just couldn't find a good entry, and then by the time I did, of course, it already shot up. And I don't like to chase stocks, but TVIX, this reacts, and I've shown this before. A lot of good people have been calling. Whenever you see people call out the stock market crashing, you should listen to those people. But when they say crash, in my understanding, I'm always like, okay, there's going to be some huge pullback on a major index. And whenever the S&P 500, the SPY, whenever that pulls back, sells off, this pushes up. So look how much it pushed up today. Opened today in the $26 range, went all the way up to 30. And it's made bigger moves than this. And this is the day people have been calling out well in advance that it's so synced up with Trump, but with 88 days remaining, syncing us up with the previous stock market crash. Look out. When I say everyone, sorry, I mean the specific people who've been calling this out. They've all been saying this. Especially in Derek's Discord. We have Decoding Satan always calling this out. I've seen Joan call this out in the comments. They could be the same person. But you see the day they call out, you see this beautiful pattern. So, and the thing is, if you're wrong, even if you're wrong 5 out of 10 times, if you keep your losses small and keep your winners larger than your losses, you'll still be profitable. So do you see how you only have to be right half the time? Or even less, depending on the size of positions you take, to be profitable, predicting when the stock market dips are going to happen by the numbers. So I'm glad I got this into. You can see it. You can see it the past 20 days. It was trading up in this range for some time, and then started to have this huge sell-off. And I like it when it does this because it's always like it's just building up energy to have a huge pop-off. And the good thing is this could be the start of a reversal, as in it pushed up, it pulled back, but it's not breaking below this exponential moving average on this 1 hour chart. So if it breaks above, breaks and holds above 28, starts showing more signs of momentum tomorrow. If the S&P 500 sells off more tomorrow, it looks like it's trying to recover, but it's just consolidating. So you can wait. If it breaks below this, 289, it fails to break above this exponential moving average. You see how this inverse, because it's selling off because of Donald Trump, the tax thing, tax plan 88. 88's using tax propaganda all the time. And here, this is what's going on. This is how, and again, people predicted this using this knowledge. So you see how you can trade, you can bet on sports, this is how you bet on the federal government, or the theater troupe, the actors in the White House. This is how you can bet against them. And again, this can continue tomorrow. There's more room for it to sell off, more room for the inverse to run. And I'm saying that just because you can look at larger time frames. So see this SMA, it's like holding a support. This green line is riding it like a support. Now it's like breaking below it. So but you can see how it bounced off. But it could bounce off, fail to break above 290, maybe 291, and then sell off again and then break below this. You want to wait for that. And when it confirms that it breaks below this green line, bounces up, and it can't break above that again, like it's being rejected by that, then you can, again, go back to TVIX, trade it. Short the S&P 500. That's what you do when you trade TVIX. So I hope that all explains it. That's pretty much my main strategy. Also trade natural gas ETFs and oil ETFs, but not like every day, just like when I see opportunity. But it's the same principles. Those don't move as by the numbers as like this. Like this is my favorite because this is heavily based on news propaganda. Donald Trump doing this, Russia, Korea, all that crap from the Jewish Kabbalists they put out to distract you. This moves with that. Tesla, and then since this is like a big part of the market, a lot of other stocks. That's why Tesla also continued to have that sell-off today, because just the overall market conditions weren't that good. And although tomorrow looks like a day for a push-up, just based on the chart, I'm still betting on maybe more sell-off. But again, it's not like sports betting where if I'm wrong, I lose everything. No, because before this pushes up to 305, it's always possible. 4 in the morning, these things flip-flop super early in the morning. But again, it's fake money account. I don't really care. It's money. Money doesn't really bother me. It doesn't affect me. I'm just showing you how you can trade and figure out this propaganda. So Tesla, Musk, mocks SEC. They're just mocking you. Mocking. I mean, you can read it. It's a bunch of stupid propaganda. Tesla shares bounce back after Friday declines. You see how they put these things out to make you, oh, it's bouncing back, let's buy in. You see the goy who have bought back in, and then you see how it continues to sell off after those three days ago. You know, bounce back. Maybe a little bit, yeah, bounce back off this, and then, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's exactly how the S&P 500 can go. So any of these stocks, they do. They all have these cycles. So you can combine that knowledge with the propaganda. Look at this. You guys think this guy is legit. No, this is a theatrical actor. He is a stand-up comedian. Do you get now what I mean when I say that? He is a stand-up comedian. This is like literally, if he had a comedy special, this will be the cover. Imagine you're on Netflix, just in a comedy section, scrolling through, and you highlight something about, it's called TSLA, something like that, And you see Elon Musk. This is like the image they have for it in the background. It's very believable because he's a stand-up comedian. I mean, I cannot make it any more apparent, and this picture right here is telling you everything. There's an actor for the federal government, a piece of shit deceiver. So we're at 26 minutes. I think that's sufficient because, I can go on a lot more. I could always just make more videos about trading because I do like talking about this stuff, and I do like showing how it's related to gematria, how it's always coded propaganda, and how understanding the patterns for these people. I don't even think I did Elon Musk's birthday till tomorrow. Well, let's do it again in case I did it or didn't. June 28th, again, he's born the 28th, space 28. And then to the 5th, 105 is 3 months, 7 days. On the 3rd, when they installed, or they said they're going to install the new chairman, that was 3 months, 5 days, NASA 35. That's why I knew they were going to do something like that too. I just wanted to see what chairman sums to. 149, the 35th prime. And again, from Elon Musk's birthday to that 103 event where the Murdoch, the guy with the perfect last name. Oh, I'm glad I remembered. James is a time name. James 30. Oh, even better. I was thinking something else. I was thinking of John. Excuse me. And this is good to know, though. Understand when you see them called John, like John Titor, the time travel guy, that fake news propaganda, John equals 47. That's why that's called that. Time, 2047, 61. A time traveler named John. Who do you think gave you that? The Jewish Kabbalists. So we're talking about James, 33, 87. He's going to be the chairman of Tesla. 78 reflection, 33. Very glad we caught that. But let's remember what I was on. I was on from Elon Musk's birthday to tomorrow, which is another event I'm predicting. And again, I've been saying it a bunch. Tesla can very well push up this day. So, I mean, I'm not telling you I'm not ever giving anyone any trading advice or telling them to buy this or not buy or sell this. I'm just saying they very well can have a push up tomorrow and go back up to the 300 range. That's about, 10% you can gain. Or they can continue to sell up. But you can use other indicators to figure that out. Just look at the overall direction on the charts. Again, it's betting, but you have more things you can control, and you're not at much of a risk of losing all of your money. And I'm not putting people away from sports betting. All these sports bettors who bet on these rigged sports games, take your earnings, put it in you can even put in a Robinhood account and go long if you think that it's going to push up. And if you're wrong, again, you lose some money, not all. Or you can open an account that allows you to short, and you can just keep shorting, going long, do whatever you want. I'm just putting this in front of your face so you can, be exposed to this and know what's out there and know what you can apply gematria to get ahead. So tomorrow, October 5th, again, 105, day with 33 numerology, masonry 105.33. this is Masonry at its finest right here, is 14 weeks 1 day. If you're out 33, you get 141. 99 days, if you're out 13, you get 99. 3 months, 7 days, NASA 73, Mason 73. But kind of the end date, it's 3 months, 8 days. And this also gives me more credit to thinking, Masonic 38, 42 is Masonry. 142 is also the number for gematria. 142, 38. But death, killing, murder equals 38. Could be in some negative propaganda. So I hope this is enough information. I hope people kind of see like what I look for during trading. Scottish Rite equals 165.57. If you read out 33, you get 66. Freemason, 96 reflection. New World Order 69. Saturn 69. I'm just thinking, like, what other question would someone have that I probably didn't go over? Because I've been trying to balance the trading talk with the gematria. I think I've been doing decent. Saturn 21. It's kind of hard not to. It's kind of hard to skimp on the numbers talk when it's always a bunch of coded propaganda in front of your face from this gang. I'm quoting Sirius 106, 34, Prophecy 106, 47, reverse full reduction. So you get it, the Murdochs, 20 million, time 20, Saturn keeper of time, Saturn 21. Let's see James Murdoch's birth numerology. December 13th, is it 72? Because Sun 27 reflection. They with a life lesson number of 44. Are you getting how this propaganda is? They with a life lesson number 44. Space equals 44. Musk equals 44. The guy with a life lesson number 44 is now going to be SpaceX chairman. False flag, fake news propaganda. I cannot say it enough because that's exactly what this is. That's all it is. James Murdoch is absolutely nothing else than a Freemason and a theatrical actor participating in space comedy, in NASA theatrics. Like we've all been to plays before. The production company that put on the play, that produced it, that sponsored it, and all that, wrote it possibly. Then they have their actors that work at the building that put on these plays. This is, this is a thing that happens. This is exactly what NASA is. That is all they are. They put on Masonic plays, Masonic propaganda skits for your entertainment, for your distraction. He's even from New York, 39. 33 as well. New York Sun 33, Tesla 33. The guy born today with a life lesson number 44. Execution 4417 as well. And I just wish I saw the piece where they literally that day they said that that Tesla's stock soared. I'm like, are you really? I mean, talk about fake news propaganda. I show you how it just sold off. It's been selling off since the 3rd, since the 2nd even. Oh, it's a very important part. I've noticed this a while ago, but like the day before there's like a sell-off, I noticed that like there starts to be some sell-off before. So like you see how it's pushed up. It's naturally going to pull back anyway, but you can even say, okay, it's going to start pulling back. The next days, bad numbers. That means it's probably going to keep selling off. And that's also why I got in on the 2nd, because it sold off all day in the 2nd too. I'm like, okay, well, they're really going to start selling off in the 3rd. And look what it's been doing. As predicted, because it's bullshit propaganda. That Tesla is just another Masonic pump and dump. It's all by the numbers. So take care. Peace out. One very important point to talk about is when to sell, because people always wonder, Well, I can figure out where to buy, but I'm not sure where to sell. Well, the number one thing is never be greedy and always have an area you know that selling can be done. And that happens by looking to the left, seeing previous areas where people have said, okay, I'm going to sell. And you can see that here. But the main thing that will make it really easy is just, and I don't like to preach on relying on indicators and whatnot, but of all the indicators I've had experience with, I found one to be very reliable, and it is the SMA indicator, this green line that we've been seeing, the simple moving average with a 180-day period. So it's pretty much an average of just the past 180 days of overall price action. And you can see how back here, you can see how it never goes below this green line for some time. From February all the way to March, then it starts to break below. It is using this as a support, which means whenever it gets down here, it's a good time to buy. And you notice a breakup pattern. And once there's a breakup pattern, then old supports become new resistances. So now you see it's a resistance here. It fails to break above, which means since it becomes a new resistance, you want to sell up here. So this is where you know where to sell. And this is on the 4-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, the 1-minute chart, the 180-day, this daily chart, it's going to look different. And you want to combine the time frames and based on how long you're holding, how long you're trading for. But even if you're just day trading, swing trading, this is the 4-hour chart is such a good general chart. And the further out back you're looking, like instead of looking at the 1 minute or the 15-minute, which are good, further on right, if you're looking out back 4 hours, you get a more comprehensive look at the price action, and it's more relevant, more reliable. So looking at something as every 4 hour, each bar is 4 hours of activity. You can see how this green line, you know how it's not going to break above it based on just the rules of support and resistance. You can notice here, see it broke below and it tried to push up and it didn't. It just got really close and started to sell off, and you see. So understanding that, you see how it's done in the past, and you see what happens when it eventually breaks above. It'll use it as a support for a little bit. See this here? All the computers, a lot of the people who trade these things, they understand that's how it works too. So understanding these things is also how you beat the Zionist Jew contraptions that help them trade as well. So that being said, we're going to fast forward to the day this was out, because you're probably wondering, well, yeah, I know today was a day that a lot of this is going to happen, but I'm not sure when to sell. Could have just looked at the four. And I know it's a lot of hindsight, but I've seen this happen a lot before. We've seen it happen in the past. It's a safe way to sell, and always understand. Don't be afraid to lock in profits. If you sold, $29, $28 even, I mean, you're making money. So you'll buy around here, and you even see how it comes all the way up to this green line and it kisses it. Like the high is $30.23. The value of the SMA is $30.18. So just by 5 cents, it went above that and it sold all the way back down. And again, it could bounce off this EMA, because that's also being used as a support, and it can continue to uptrend. And TVX likes to do this. Like, it will like to be in a little range for some time, so you can trade from 26 back up to 30. If again it bounces off and starts confirming its uptrend again. If it breaks below, then there's inverses of this, but they don't move like this. So that's why I just focus on just shorting the S&P 500 and trading TVX. It's just a good way to make money. And again, I missed out on this particular opportunity because it does this all the time. There's always opportunity. Even on these smaller movements, there's always opportunity for this thing to push up. And you do the date numerology of these, 7/27, 8/15, 1 + 5 is 6, but sacrifice 86. you can figure out the patterns, the date numerology, these things happen, and then figure out, okay, these are usually the date numerologies we get. But a lot of these sun rituals things, because or what will happen is, what I've noticed, this is another important part, pay attention to dates with 45 and 72 date numerology, because that very well means that there was negative propaganda that came out the day before, after market, or after hours. So that was the day with 44, 71 numerology, kill 44. This looks like New York's birthday. They probably some propaganda that day. New York 33, Thelema 44. Anyway, kill 44 day with a life lesson number 44. So there's some negative information came out. You can even see after hours, you can see this green candle. Like it's starting to say, oh, uh-oh, and then bam, market sells off. And this pushes up. So I hope that really helps. I hope that if you start out on this and you're wondering, well, which indicator is useful to me, you can try out the 15-day EMA, the 180-day SMA, exponential average and simple moving average, and see how these react to it, get a feel for it all. Or again, you never need indicators. You can just do basic support and resistance level, volume. Although with a lot of these ETFs, ETNs, volume is not too much of a concern. But I say all the time with things like Tesla, like you're trading Tesla and you're unsure about, oh, well, it's this good numerology, but for example, tomorrow, 3/8 from his birthday. Well, tomorrow there's a lot of volume, a lot of green buying going on. I see a lot of good momentum. It's breaking, holding above these. If it's not getting rejected by this, then that means, okay, it's going to start having an uptrend, which means this is good news propaganda. It's still fake news propaganda from this Jewish banker, Kabbalah, tyrant order, but it's good news for Tesla, and they're going to go up on that day tomorrow. So again, you have indicators to help you understand just your price action and volume to help you see what the propaganda is going to do early enough, but you at least can expect it. Because I'm sure none of the goy are expecting Tesla propaganda coming out tomorrow, but it will. All right, peace out.